What's up, Web3 Wales community? Today I would like to make an updated video with some information about what we are doing these days and what we are going to do, what we have done, how our portfolio is looking like. So a little transparency in this video right here. So welcome everybody. It's going fantastic. That's the first thing I would like to say. We're doing great investments. We have a die-hard community. The amount that it's staked on the platform, it is absolutely insane. So let's start with that first. And for the people wondering, web3whales.app, that's our only website. You can also access it by going to web3whales.io, but anything else is a scam. There are a lot of scams going on. It's crypto. It's not just our project. People are cloning projects and making, they can copy the complete website. Basically, you can just take the code and paste it. So be very careful with that, okay? Now, our staking platform is right here, and you can see that at the moment 69 million tokens are staked. That's quite beautiful if you know that there are 100 million in the max supply, but we burned a lot as well. So the circulating is 97, and still some tokens are in the Launchpad wallet. So most that is available right now, it is staked. That means that we all did a great job from our side by explaining the utility, and from your side by understanding and believing in that utility. So congratulations to everybody. That's the first thing I would like to say. So that's for now the most important thing. If you look at our chart right here, let me see, can we find it like that, put it on the daily, then you can see that it's totally messed up right here, but we're sitting at around 7 cents. That's of course great if you know where we came from. We did basically almost 100x starting from the private sale. So the people that were in the private sale, they made an absolute banger with this one. And sometimes it surprised me, like, wow, nobody is even taking those profits. Some people, but yeah, again, that means that the utility is very clear what we are doing right now. What's important is our Git book. So you can go to our website, right? And you can press documentation, and here you can go to the white paper. The white paper has all the information that you need. And the most important thing, what we update frequently, is the investments page, right? The investments page shows exactly where we invested and how much through what launchpad. If it has a check mark in front of it, means that all the vestings have been done, basically, so that that one is done. But for example, Chappies, right? We made an investment in Chappies. Very beautiful. We invested 70K. This is how you read it, right? At TGE, we got 15%. That was $9,600. So we weren't in profit, but so far the linear returns are $53,000. So you add these two up, minus this one, and this is our total profit right now. So far we have distributed this amount, right? So the difference between these amounts, it's what's going to be distributed on the 9th of every month. Now we take profits on these coins occasionally, sometimes daily, sometimes when we wait for it to pump a little bit more, so that depends. Here you can find out about all the projects. One thing that we're going to update, but it's going to take some time, is that you can click on the project and go to the project's website. So we make a hyperlink out of that so you can get the information about the website, about the complete project, basically. We have some really interesting projects that we invested in, and I expect some... can I say that? I expect something great out of that, actually. Now, there are a lot of projects that are coming up which are looking fantastic as well. Like, for example, on Seedify. Seedify has gaming, Bloodloop, Castle of Blackwater looks pretty interesting to me as well. Ortify, Xverse, Style Protocol, Cocody, Evermoon is nice, and Metados is off of the website. I don't know why. I don't hope that they're going to skip it, because that's a project that I really like as well. But that's just one launchpad. Now, what we are going to do for the people that feel like, hey, what up with the longer term mindset, is very simple. Let me already get this before I forget it. Is very simple. we are in for the long term with this project. We don't just want to build this project for the current market and then, stop doing what we do in the next market. So we now have a certain amount of tokens in cash, in launch pads. And at a certain point next year, we will sell either everything or most of it. Why? Because in a bear market, it goes down. Very simple. Like if you look at CeDeFi, for example, right here, CeDeFi in the last bear market, it went down from $18 to 50 cents, give or take. It lost 97%. Yeah, I don't need to be there when it happens. You don't want to be there when it happens, right? Very simple. So we better scale out of CeDeFi by then, wait for the bear market to be over and reinvest. You have to understand, this bear market, we nailed this bottom. I can't promise you to do the same thing in the next one, but we did well. But we started with zero, basically. Our project was just born right here, right? So we started with nothing and we wrote it up. But if we now already made a couple of million. If we take a few $1,000,000 and we, lock it in cash, and we wait for the bear market to be over, or at least low, and we reallocate it in these launch pads, we don't start with zero. We start with a couple of $1,000,000. And then when the new bull market happens, then it's going to be like, I don't even know how to, that's going to be crazy. That we will have the craziest allocations on every fucking launch pad out there, basically, and enough money to buy with. So that's beautiful. Our current portfolio, I want to show that as well. It's looking like this. So it took a good hit today. We were sitting at 950,000, so we lost 70K in the last day or so. But we have good amounts in CeDeFi, right? We have a good amount in Tether, a good amount in ChainGPT, in Solidus AI Tech. And the beautiful thing is that we just have... we really nailed the bottoms, okay? With ChainGPT or AI Tech, for example, we did a 21x, right? We bought it at 1.5 cents, 2.5 cents, 1.5 cents. Just like with, what's the total that we invested? $5,000 or so. It's now worth 100K. So that's beautiful, right? That's beautiful. That's also money that we can just, cash out at a certain point and reallocate in the next bear with 100K instead of 5K. Can you imagine if we then do a 20, right? Like that's going to be crazy, because we don't want to stop this coming bear market. That doesn't make sense. What we do want to do is make sure that in this bull market right now, we want to invest in as much projects as possible, that we have so much vestings coming also during the next bear, that we just make a passive income in the bear market, right? So let's say we did this last bull market, right? Plan is that we bought here, sold here, but we still invested in projects. So we have a vesting coming here. So people still make money here, right? And then reallocate here and ride the wave again. It's also a very good reason for people, of course, not to sell the Web3 Wills token over here. Right? And I honestly think that we are one of the coins that is going to hold up most during the next bear, right? Because our utility, if we do get a good bull market and then a good bear market, that makes our utility like 10 times as strong. Now, one other thing that made a good conversation in our Telegram lately, people were saying like, hey, FOMO made an OTC deal. Is that true? Nah, he said he wouldn't do it. We did that. And to rewind a little bit, I think, I don't know, half a year ago, there was someone who came at me, he said like, yo, we want to make an OTC deal. I don't know, again, $100,000 or something like that. And an OTC deal is not bad, but the way I did it was bad, because I transferred the tokens first and then he should send me the money. Now, of course, he didn't send me the money. So he dumped the tokens and we got a huge dip, huge. It was bought up again and our utility makes up for it. And now today it's like it never happened, but still it was a bad move. So I said like, guys, no OTC deals again. But I feel like, hey, the OTC deal itself is not a bad thing. Just me handing over our precious tokens first, that's the bad thing. So what we did was an investor, and he said, I want to buy 150K worth of the tokens. I believe in the project long term. He has the same vision as we all do, basically. He understands the utility. He knows what we do. He likes it. So shout out to him. And I said, okay, we can do the OTC deal. So he sent the money first, and we transferred the tokens to him. So in that case, no losing right there, right? So why did we do that? Well, because one, if he had to buy it on the open market, there was a lot of price impact, and he wouldn't have bought the 150K probably in the first place. Second, we have a lot of room now for whatever it might be, right? And we will use the governance tool for that, right? But what we did, for example, is we bought another bag of DexCheck tokens. Not a lot, but we bought 20,000 worth of these tokens at 9.5 cents, right? It's now 12 cents, something like that, 14 maybe, I don't know, slightly higher, doesn't matter. That gives us more room to allocate. Now that is the perfect time to allocate in new pre-sales. But also, we can use it for a lot. It's good to have a treasury and a reserve, or whatever you want to call it. What if a big whale decides to dump? We can buy back and burn these tokens. We can do some giveaways, some contests. We can do some good marketing at some point if we want to, right? We can do whatever we want with it now. So actual hard cash makes a company stronger, of course, right? So therefore, that cash is sitting there right now. So that gives the project a lot of room, right? Also, what if in the market we get a big ass black swan? I don't know, I'm not counting on it, but what if? And CeDeFi goes to like $1. Hey, buying it up, right? That's the golden opportunity. Problem is, usually people don't have that money because they don't expect something like that to happen. I don't expect it, but I want to keep it in consideration that it could happen. Therefore, it's good to have cash. It makes us a lot stronger. And we can decide what we're going to do with that. So that's what we did. Other than that, we really are expanding when it comes to launchpads, and we have some good high tiers, right? Not everything what we have is what you see right here, because we also have 20 Nexus passes to get the highest allocations in Nexus or Neo Tokyo, right? And they have these seed sales. We have Gains Associates, the seed side of it and the launchpad side of it. We can have a big exposure like that. So a lot of sales are going to happen soon. And one banger, Portal. Portal was an absolute banger. Really quick. And then I'm going to wrap it up. But if you look at Portal, it's sitting at 220. We bought it at 4.5 cents with 30K. We have a 7-month cliff. But yeah, if we have patience, so what? Right? That's $1.5 million from one pre-sale. That's going to be big. And now, all the time, we got voted on using 10% of the income to burn the token. Hey, but maybe we get a couple of months where the community decides to do 30%. Yeah, that's great. Because if we have a couple of $100,000 and we use 30% of that to buy back our own token and then burn it, you do the math, right? So let's do an AMA soon. I think that's a good idea so that you can actually ask the questions and I can answer them. For now, just a little information right here about what we're doing.